as I've been having the honor of doing this podcast, one of the things that I picked up on is values inherently accompany portfolio decisions, both in the alternative space and in the non-alternative space, right? My values often drive what I'm in because I'm happier. If I'm invested, I'm more aligned with those values. So how do y'all explore the goals, the values, the experience? How do y'all start exploring those dynamics and vectors?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times it comes down to how people think and feel about money, and how they grew up with money, how their parents handled money, and that a lot of times comes down to who these people are, what's in their DNA, and we have abilities to customize portfolios. We don't try to pigeonhole anybody or put them into a box where they don't belong. So we have a tool belt with several different tools, and we try to figure out what is going to be the best portfolio to fit, and align with people's values, because it's becoming more and more of an important part of the process.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And when we explore goals and values with clients, I mean, are there, you know, do we have questions old school with the yellow pad to, what kind of fact finders? Like I'm kind of curious y'all's mechanism by which you explore those. So just honing down on that a little more.
Sure. And I mean, we've been investing a lot of money in technology, and so you're right. It's not so much just the yellow pad of paper. And in this new world of having more virtual meetings, we're able to use tools online to show people, and really kind of get down to the bottom of what is most important to them. And oftentimes, if we're talking with a couple, let's say, for example, typically one of them is going to be more kind of what we refer to as the CFO spouse, and
Sure.
by default that means the other one is a non-CFO spouse. So we oftentimes, these tools that we have, that we try to get to what's really important, we need to get both of them talking. We can't just talk to the primary driver of the relationship. And so that's been our experience, is that we can get both people talking, because it's their household, it's their net worth, it's a combined their combined net worth, and it's really what's important to both of them.
All right. So we've explored their goals. We've got the CFO spouse if it's a family, the actual
Yeah.
CFO if it's a small business, I would imagine. And we've kind of mapped out this is what we want to do with our money. Here's what we believe in. Here's our experience, our history with money. At what point in the game do we start considering portfolio options, considering investments, and I'd kind of like to go through that process or journey on kind of sorting out, okay, are we gonna stick with mutual funds, or are we gonna look at something a little more dynamic? And I'm wondering what do y'all go through to start making that differentiation decisions.
Yeah, so I'll talk through that. We have what we call the four steps of building an ideal future portfolio, and the first step in that process is an investment strategy review. And I'm going to use a medical analogy here. I don't know why we use a lot of medical analogies, or why I do. I think maybe we have a lot of clients that are doctors. My wife is a nurse practitioner, but
Love
to
it.
kind of parry on to Doug's comments, the analogy I like to think of is just like a doctor isn't going to make a prognosis or prescribe any sort of prescription to you without first visiting with you and doing a thorough workup. We view the investment process as the same way. And so in that investment strategy review, a lot of that is occurring kind of on the front end of what Doug was describing, of kind of getting to know your goals, your values. And as part of that process, we're going to be digging down a little bit deeper into the existing investment portfolio.